Hello. Everyone has a favorite world to tell stories in. Today, I'm sharing my personal top 5 campaign settings of all time. With over 30 years of experience playing TTRPGs, I have played a lot. These are the ones that shaped me as a game master and a player, the worlds I keep coming back to. This isn't a definitive list, this is my list. So let's jump in. With number 5, I have to say it is Cyberpunk, the original Cyberpunk by Mike Pondsmith that came out in 1988. Uh, it's the one that gives you the tagline "Style over substance." The set is soaked in neon dystopia at its finest. Mega corporations running everything, cyborg eating away at your humanity, and you're fighting to survive in the mean streets of Night City. This campaign just screams what the '80s thinks of the future. Uh, Reminds me of when I was forced to read the book in 1984, but that's another story. But yes, number 5, Cyberpunk. Moving on the list, we will drop down to number 4. Now, this one is another modern take of a setting, moving away from your traditional heroes and villains. It is the world of darkness, which encompasses not just vampires, but werewolves, mages. This one is closer to my heart. Instead of knights and wizards, you're monsters hiding in the shadows of your own world. Vampires, werewolves, mages, all trying to keep their existence secret while fighting their own personal horror. It's just lots of fun. I mean, being a vampire, being a werewolf, being this cool, powerful creature, getting to be evil for no apparent reason. As a teenager, as a kid, it was just super fun. Now I'm talking about original World of Darkness, not this. Now I've no problem with Vampire the Masquerade 5e or the new Werewolf the Apocalypse, but for me, it's just not the same as 20th anniversary edition, fourth and third edition, fourth second edition, all the lore, all the works. I mean, I don't care to see the second edition of fifth edition. I do like the hunger mechanics of fifth edition, but yeah. Anyways, moving on to number 3. Now, this one I do play a lot in, especially now because I'm a huge Pathfinder 2e fan. That is Galorian. If Forgotten Realms is your safe fantasy buffet, Galorian is your all-you-can-eat chaos buffet. It's a kitchen sink, a setting with gothic horror in Ustav, devil worshipping empires in Chiliax, pirate kingdoms in the Shackles, and even crashed spaceships in Numeria. Pretty much every country can be its own campaign setting, which makes it endlessly versatile. Moving on to number 2. Now, this one is close to my heart. It's very nostalgic. The next two are very nostalgic. These are the first two campaign settings I ever played in back in 1995. I got these when I got my original AD&D sets. And number 2, it is Spelljammer, second edition. I have no problem with fifth edition, but fifth edition made changes that it took away some stuff that I actually enjoyed in Spelljammer. And like I said, this is pure nostalgia. Who doesn't love fantasy and space? You got magic powered ships sailing between worlds, crystal spheres, and literal space whales. It's over the top and weird in all the best ways. I mean, it takes your standard fantasy campaign and suddenly says, hey, what if dwarves lived on an asteroid powered city by forge fires, or we are elves? Let's have them command vast solar armadas. I had so much fun running around the Rocket Brawl, trying to find portals out of my spheres, navigating the Phlogian. I mean, it's a blast. Now, don't play cleric in second edition because once you leave your sphere of influence where your god is in second edition Spelljammer, you lose your powers because you lose your god's influence until you get to this next world, build a church, build a worship base for your god. You're gonna have no powers in that realm. Anyways, moving on. Number 1. Okay, number 1. I had so much fun. I died so much. I think I love games that make you have to play hard, have to survive. I have to, it's not just going to hold your hand. You're going to make it to 20. You never die once. And it is Dark Sun. That's right. It is the brutal post apocalyptic fantasy world where magic has destroyed the land, water is scarce, and survival is never guaranteed. Forget shiny paladins. Here, you're lucky if your half giant gladiator survives the arena. What makes Dark Sun so special in its tone? Harsh deserts, sorcerer kings ruling with an iron fist, and psionics instead of gods. It flips fantasy tradition on its head. I remember so many adventures where I'm traveling through a desert and I run out of water. Okay, and I end up dying. There's this one time I had my friend, a brand new player. I didn't want their character type. We was in the desert. We was dying of thirst. Was trying to make it to the next city to finish the quest, and I gave my friend my last bit of water. She drank it, made it to the city, but my barbarian perished. Unfortunately, yes, he died in the sands of the desert. Didn't get to see the arena. Didn't get to fight the Mage King. Didn't get to try to save what was left of tongue tied, of the Dark Sun campaign. Anyways, so there you have it. This is my top 5 personal campaign settings: Cyberpunk, World of Darkness, Galorian, Spelljammer, and Dark Sun. Each of these worlds shaped how I tell stories now as a GM. But what about you? Drop your favorite campaign settings in the comments. We'd love to hear the world you've explored. And if you like this list, be sure to hit that link and subscribe. Like I said, I would like to thank Crit and Grit Media for making it possible for me to make some of this content. If you enjoyed it, like I said, like and subscribe. Thank you again.